Welcome back to OP. In today's episode, we'll be going over the top 50 plays by Keria in 2025 so far. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
A lot of success for the Victor. In fact, the only... Okay, let's have a look at this. Just trying to clear out the wave as best he can is Rich. Fellow's breath going to be necessary there, but Toon going to land. A lot of burst damage. There's the headshot, and boom! That's it. Keria's going to be able to pick it up in the end as Rich. You can see... Oh, he's laughing about it, but not feeling too happy about the whole situation, you could imagine.
Oh, and that's all he needs. And he died again, and the turret died with him.
Oh.
And that's feats of strength.
Oh, dear. Wait. Hang on, so he didn't even teleport back. How did he get back there so quickly? Wow. Okay.
So this is the second time, because you could see his ult's still on cooldown.
Yeah.
And he just
died.
Fell.
And
they can show up. Their engages aren't necessarily as robust. They're more strong defensively.
Oh, Wei is going to find Owner here. Just puts up the door, or the shield. And Cuz is going to go in. Doran not going to overcommit to this one, or is he? Equalizer goes down. It's on to BDD and Cuz. And now Keria looks for the opportunity, gets into that backline. The Ziggs explodes. The entire bottom lane is just already dead. BDD doing a fair bit of work, but it is not enough. Cuz trying to stay alive. The flash does not work. And T1 will wipe the floor with KT.
Yeah, you know, there's very rarely when you make a color point where you're like, I don't know if they should ever really be the ones to attack when they don't know what's going on. It's very rarely
different people. There are people that like
Gideon is getting cancelled on his steal the red buff. Smash is here.
Again, he didn't die.
Oh, Kingen doesn't even have TP. Lulu's gonna murder him.
Is he just gonna get like? Look at picks, the picks damage, even the cull, the meek. Keria is not meek. He's looking for it, finds the auto, and the flash was used as well. Find me some good noodle news, please, someone. Getting to work on this dragon. Cease and desist is going to connect onto Smash. Keeper's verdict just to get rid of the damage, and down goes the jungler. And that will mean Baron is available if T1 would like to take it, as now King and being discovered by Owner is exactly what Nongshim do not want. Just pick after pick here for T1, and 1 versus 5, I don't think he's going to be able to get that one. Lahan's going to get picked up by that Emperor's Divide and will be cut down where he stands as well by the onslaught of Sand Soldiers. And T1, I don't know whether they even necessarily need to take the Baron. They might just do it because they feel like it, but I think also pushing into the enemy base might be a way to win.
Yeah, well, it looks like Fisher's flash isn't going to be enough to get him out of here. And
To the Skies was both a request and the name of the ability. Now that they have it, things are looking real dire, and Keria doesn't miss those. Once again, that is a dead Ashe.
Yeah, sometimes against these Keria spears, you gotta just flash it, man.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, maybe I'll dodge. You don't dodge this guy.
I mean, if I was playing against him, I would probably, my way of dodging it would be to be in the fountain.
The problem is if you flash his hook, then you don't have your flash for his next one. He's not gonna miss, you know? And
his rift. This could be another one, though, as Keria going to look for a Bone Skewer, connects it after the Heartbreaker. This guy is sick. Owner now looking to try and connect that Q, but the arrow is going to be what lands. Nice little stun there as in goes Owner looking for another opportunity. King and just trying to play defense. This picks him out of the air again! How does Keria keep doing this? Now looks for the engagement in the backline, sacrifices himself at Smash to find an avenue in. He's going to take down Jiu, and Fisher somehow misses everyone with that ultimate. That actually, I don't think that's on Fisher. That should have hit something, I think. As now Faker is going to say enough with the shenanigans, and he's looking to end this game right here. The most kills in a game here for the LCK Cup ever. And Fisher is still going to try and get more, at least give more. It's 2 go down before Smash is given some time with this Nexus. Doran also going to be able to clear out the kill onto King and gets the ace. And this is going to be the 2-0 for T1. Welcome to the playoffs of the LCK Cup.
Like that. Chovy not had the best performance, honestly. Missing a fair few of those kills. That not the typical thing we see. Hits one there, though.
Yep, going to be able to land that Q as Kane's moving up. Keria trying to defend his mid laner. Faker Down extraordinarily low. Alcove gaming to come in as the flash goes forward from Keen, goes all out, and Faker is surviving. Phenomenal knockback there from Keria, and Keen goes down. The unkillable Demon King himself. Oh dear, Canyon's woes continue here. As Tempest gonna come out there, not able to cripple Keria, as Keen's gonna move on over to defend his Lee Sin. He's just gonna die. All right, Smite comes down as Keria could be in trouble. Canyon gonna have to flash away as Keria flashes to get the kill. He should be going down for it, but Keen might be sacrificing his life. Ghost not enough, and that's a kill to Smash. Absolute disaster for GenG.
I think...
Oh, the cow's so scary. Gets the flash pulverize onto Chovy, who will be eradicated before the fight even starts. It's an impale, but it's only onto one. The curtains were called. Canyon's gonna get headbutted back and snipped down. Bullet time does next to nothing, and GenG with 2 on the floor, they'll lose area. I think Yukal may need to use some abilities. He flashes, Sponge is here, but Yukal is really dead. That is gonna be first blood going over to Ona. And just a little greedy is good old Yukal, even using the flash.
Been in this league for so long.
And lost experience as well. Well, he's just flashed on in and flash. There it is from Keria. Amazing engage, and they just did not respect that. They had a ward. They saw that Owner was still there, and that T1 were still looking, but no respect shown from Peter. Not able to flash and react on time.
And the irony is that
Information through the bros. As there's the hook, bullet time gonna come on through. It does so much damage, but now Keria finds the backline. It's another headbutt onto Hype as they just take out the bottom lane. T1, they're really good at setting up for Barons. That has not changed, and they are gonna be able to take this purple worm off the map.
I mean, T1 just straight up hide on Bush, kill closer, go to Baron, and bro.
Yep, I guess he just knew that he wasn't in any danger as the Ignite already down onto Gumayushi. He's gonna flash. This dive is dangerous, but still able to pick it up. Life just deciding that he's gonna have to sacrifice himself as Keria gets another kill. And Berserker not gonna be able to challenge him for that one. So that, I would say, ladies and gentlemen, is the end there. And so was comfortable to surmise. Not comfortable to watch again as that max range hook, just gorgeous. Down goes Mr. Sponge. He couldn't even flash or ult or anything. He was just dead. Cocoon. But it's only a matter of time. Just or the itsy bitsy spider falls down the water spout.
Yeah. Faker with that stopwatch.
Combat?
Yeah, it could be. Okay, Keria.
I don't know if
no,
Keria really wins these.
No, I actually think this is good. Like, you can just delay the kill as long as possible. Like, you don't actually need to kill him.
Well, he is just going to flash into a cocoon and probably win. Never mind. That is a great snare.
Just leave!
Yep, he just kills him.
All right, not even close.
Yep, well, the Baron also goes down. That is sort of the main... And Solarflare going to connect onto Ona. Zenith Blade to try and chain this CC, but the Magnet Storm is good from Keria. Untargetable is Lucid, but he has to use everything to try and get out, and it does not work. Oh dear, sometimes Zenith played in and it is just not the right call, as now the Otacon going to get taken and T1 really getting out to a fan.
Okay, well they started it and then they didn't. So they're trying to turn onto a Leona, not the best idea, but Beryl does get extremely low, as now Doran also not the target here. Getting out of that back line as huge disappears, the damage was insane! As he just gets crit down. Beryl also in trouble here. Amy taking a bunch of damage as now the engage comes in from Keria, and Owner is going insane mode on this backline. Incredible play from Owner in that fight. And DK, they tried to call the bluff and they got stomped down.
That's going to be the second Hextech Drake going over the DNF. I'm slowly starting to come around, Valdez.
Yeah, you're beginning to believe. Here we go again. They are going to find the one guy that they are looking for, that is Bulldog, and he gets feared right at the very end. As Keria going on into this one, he has a blast cone, and Kuma's going to send him in. It doesn't quite matter, though, as Berserker, the last auto from Faker, gets him down. And, well, maybe a Baron angle here for T1 after a couple of kills.
No longer believing. Keria's just styling on them. And some of these bar plays didn't end up working out, but that one gets them a Baron. We'll see if Pioshi...
There's a ton of damage already coming in. I mean, they might just be able to zoom this one down. It's just Hextech Soul going to Bard! And Owner gets in, but he's late! And okay, that's a nice kill on a Berserker. Maybe an angle here for T1. Bulldog left isolated, has to flash away. He goes down to Faker. An angle here for T1, as it's going to come down to the Fed Scion and the Fed Trundle, but I don't think they have enough. Not like this! Not in the 2v5. Massive stun comes down from Dudu, who is unkillable, but Pilsik is very killable. And it looks like T1 may have just done it. If they get the Supreme 5-for-0 ace, and that they will, they've got a wave in mid. And even Hextech Soul isn't enough to give DNF the win here in game 2.
Not like this! Valdez, no!
My beliefs, they're crushed.
He should have a slight advantage over Elk. No Blade of the Ruin King finish just yet, but T1 do not want to give this up without a fight.
Owner jumps in, immediately goes for the stun on the Knight. Keria with a bomb, lost him on to 3, but the backup damage isn't quite there. Owner's going to be chased away next. The Deadly Flourish doesn't hit Elk. Owner's going to take a ton of damage. The bailout from Elk is not there in time. Faker Shockwave finds 2, and T1 get a double kill for their Orianna and take the fight.
Just like that, T1 flipped the fight on its head, and a half-level advantage over Knight. Knight is fishing for a pick, but Owner's there to cover.
Okay, Owner trying to protect, but Owner may just have to give his life for this. Wants to dash back over to Beishuan for safety. Owner will die, and Faker's the next target. Timbers and Beishuan charging forward as On locks up the T1 mid laner, but Faker's getting away for now. Doran with a massive orb ulti over the top, and Knight's over it in. Beishuan follows. BLG are buried in their hubris as they try and fail again to kill Faker.
If you're going to come at the GOAT, of getting out of this 2 versus 2. On now in a lot of danger.
Uh-oh. Keria's gonna stand in the way of it. Immediately flash, pulverize, headbutt to knock the big man back. Now with Owner showing up, there's no way out for On, and Gumayushi puts an arrow straight through him.
A clean play from...
The Baron's already down to half HP, but BLG has arrived. What is the call from T1? They're gonna disengage it, it looks like, but they're still staying aggroed onto the Baron. It's down to 4K, 3K. On and Knight trying to step up. The Baron is claimed by T1. Bins into the back line, but now he's in danger. Owner looking to control the rest of the fight. T1's already found the first kill. Beishuan's here with the front line, but a massive knockup from Keria. On is down. T1 murdering BLG. Elk the next to fall. Knight is the only one left, but the kingdom is burning.
BLG try their best to respond to the Baron. They cannot find the angle, and the crowd simply erupt.
CFO, knock up from Driver.
Like 5 angles.
Faker and Guma ready to go. CFO, where are they going to go? They're going to start here. Instant ulti laid down by Hongq. Doran off on the side for now, uncontested, but it's Owner who's in trouble. In the meantime, Kaiwin going in, the ball of damage coming in from Driver. It's Keria on the back line with the 3-man knock-up. So damn patient. And CFO are getting sent packing, retreating back to their side of the rift, but it might not be enough. Junja on the way out. Driver frontlining, trying to buy space for the rest of the team as T1 take the fight.
And though the response from Doggo on the Annie play was great, that meant no cooldowns were available for when Keria went in.
Taking away all that Baron time.
Kaiwing on the ward. On the ward!
Kaiwing wants to go extra tanky, but not tanky enough. Kaiwing lives for an extra moment. Now the fight's gonna kick off. Pantheon comes down from the sky, but he's caught between Faker and Owner, and they make it look effortless. The Aegis Assault can't block an assault from both sides. And in goes Keria! CFO had all the tools, all the advantages, and in a blink of an eye, they just disappear.
T1, a single moment of weakness, Kaiwin goes down, and that they probably could have gotten away.
Junja not having flash makes it pretty easy to knock him out of the pit. You highlighted it before. A vulnerable target for the Poppy. Ultimate as Junja starts going on to Guma. Smite. The ulti completely whiffs. And T1 see that as their sign to kick the fight off. Gumayushi's ultimate managing to land. But it's rest into the backside. Guma immediately. The exhaust coming in from Keria. It's clutch. But the rest of the fight falling apart for the side of T1. Doran has to make the difference. Doran has to burn them down. But it's Keria! He finds the angle to send them packing. Hongq still going. An ulti, knocked back into the wall. The Cassio still going. Doran trying to burn him, trying to take him out. It's Guma to follow. Going golden. An extra moment, but Hongq drops T1. Willing to trade blood for silver, giving everything they have to go to game 5. CFO still pushing. Keria ready to go. Doggo walking forward, and Keria's there.
He sees the play coming. Doggo goes up, comes right back down. Feathers fold back. They can't quite finish Keria. Doggo stops it, and down he goes. Keria still standing. His Doran is there right in time. It's a TP in, but it's too damn late. Honq wants something back, but Owner will not let him have it. T1. An incredible fight, and it's starting to feel like there's nothing left in Game 5 for CFO.
And as the arena erupts, the pressure is relentless. Topside turret.
Them to play into you, and oh my god, maybe they can actually just get it. Owner does a flash.
Mega Inferno Bomb comes in. That's a flash out from Peters. Okay. They look for the angle and they find it. BDD is down already. They're going to try and burn the Baron. Oh god, this is such a disaster. And it's Keria with a smite from his unsealed spellbook to cut down KT where they stand. And not like this, KT. To work on this bottom side of the map. They've done their homework. And that's what we like to see. As Ju is just being bait right now. As Calix, he's going to take it. The Chains of Corruption come down. It's a very early Zhonya's as Faker does get hooked, but maybe it's an overextension this time for Lehans. Doran goes in. I don't know about that as the Keeper's Verdict will knock the monkey away. And down goes the Sivir. T1 find their prize. And down goes Nongshim. Gideon just had to watch from the sidelines as he had to vacate via a gigantic hammer. And that is 3,500 kills for Faker.
He finds it now, realm warping the minions. Looks like they're gonna try for the end on the back of that. Press Q a lot. Oh,
Faker is just going to get ulted on here as Gideon comes over, flashes out of the shockwave. There's the paranoia, and the stun comes in, but down goes Gideon, and Faker, he's just baited them all in. Let's see whether Gio can make this one happen, but he has to sidestep the Tempered Fate. Owner is still chasing. Faker is still alive. The Dawning Shadow's not enough as finally the Galio will be able to secure the kill, but Nongshim have well and truly overextended at this point in time. And how many times does Faker have to do this for people to learn that you should not try to chase this man?
They fell for it. They fell for the bait. They try and collapse on a fake.
Doesn't want the dying spree. Not a dying spree, as that's a bit of a drive-by. Doesn't quite work here for Canyon, as Chovy does find a blue card. Not sure about that one, as Doran's going to be able to take down the Skarner, and it's a disaster here for GenG as T1 even out the kills and well and truly strike. It just does the Rage Ignite. But Owner is there. This is setting up for a bit of a dive as they will
Faker's
get...
there.
Yeah, Faker in amongst it. Teleport is going to come down from Keen, but I believe that one was interrupted. Another one, as never mind, not actually going to come on through there, and they do manage to get that first kill. Faker locking down first blood as Owner is able to flash away as well. And even Doran will survive as the Dominus did come on through there, as Canyon takes about 15 years, but he will be able to take down this dragon.
GenG are going to contest. I don't know if they really can.
There's the Hex Flash hook onto Duro. Not too much more to happen after that. There's a glorious cast onto Chovy. Does get the gravity field down as now Duro does get a pulverize, but Faker is making his way in, and Owner just finding it. Ruler goes down yet again. The entire bottom lane has been removed, and Faker will just take a bit of a journey underneath the turret. Might have been a bridge a little too far as Keria looks for another cute little play. Needs a few extra links in that chain, though, if he wants to get that one. As Owner going in one more time. It's the most balanced Trundle has looked all week, as the hook this time is going to connect. It lands onto Chovy. Guma's going to grab that kill, and Keria, I mean, I don't know how it worked, but it absolutely worked. He had some of the most crazy hooks ever, but he lands them when he needs to. And the end.
Yeah, there is no fight.
Are we playing?
What's the teleport?
Are we playing for the exit? We're playing for the exit!
Okay, looking for the, they're really going way too deep for this. The Cassiopeia ult is gigantic. Down goes the Nautilus, but Doran's nearly dead. The flash from Keria catches 4! Immediately shuts down the fight, and any idea that KT had of winning it is thrown out the window, and T1 will win this game.
It's just priming.
You just know.
Just as the moment. Oh, yeah, that's 11 seconds,
All right,
guys. That's
we're going to send it.
That's not the best any percent. T1 got you beat on that one.
Okay, little turn, a little engage here from KT. Gonna find Doran. Looking for the turn themselves, and there's the ult in a 3, and Doran, he's certainly taking damage. They finally got him, and this time Keria has his flash, and it's just the end of it all. Looks like finally they've got a wave in mid, and they can finally
try and make. Oh no!
Oh,
oh no! They're calling from zone for that. It's Keria.
Keria's TP, and they can't see him. They don't know. and it's just the Omega flank into the Galio onto 3. And there you go, the Impale does go out down onto Owner, so maybe they can get the Nocturne here, but the Feathers will get the job done. And Guma says, good night, see you later. Triple kill into the stolen Quadra by Faker. I don't think he's gonna care about that one. He had his pentakill stolen earlier. And yeah, I think the series is done, Chronicler. Objective rotation.
Oh, this is what we talked about!
Oh, the flash binding is perfect from the side of Keria. As even the ult comes through, Owner tanks the turret way too long, and now Faker getting pretty low. That's kind of a bit of a blemish there on it.
That win becomes lightning. Keria looking for that flank angle, wants to hit the keeper's verdict to make this a man advantage for T1. As he finds it, it is just about perfect as now they just single out Zeka. That is going to be killed on the other side though, as both mid laners are now lying in the dust. The curtains have been called, and T1 has split the flash forward from Delight as now Zeus turns up to be that monster in the front line. But Keria is still being a menace. Zeus is looking to lock him down as Gumayushi over the wall is getting the pot shots in. Viper now singled out by Doran, who still has a lot of damage, and Zeus will be cut down where he stands. HLE once again losing a team fight.
And it's just way better coordination here from T1 in these moments. The Flash Keeper's verdict from Keria on the flank was absolutely...
Is just being won on their side of the rift. Here's the flanking teleport though, as Gumayushi could be in a lot of trouble. He doesn't have his shield, and he doesn't have a whole lot of hope, but he does flash, and the train is not even going to get the stun. The win becomes lightning, misses. Is the knockup going to be there? The rest of T1 are turning up. Guma's still trying to kite this one out. He finally dies. The knockup is huge there from Delight at the same time, as HLE are trying to fight off Doran on the other side of the fight, and things are going completely wrong for HLE on the top side. Delight trying to get out. The flash in front from Keria is just gorgeous, and Doran can do no wrong here in Busan.
And why Homo Life is firing skill shots into the nothingness of the rift.
PP back into this fight. Has some heals coming through just a little bit there from the Bard. Guma still has ult, and both summoners, so he's actually feeling pretty happy to just walk forward here and take some pot shots. Now getting engaged on right back.
Canyon, he is so close to that. Keria jumping on in, gonna keep two of them in prison. He does go down, but that means they get the kill on a Canyon. It's actually gigantic, as now Guma, the Scissors, are pushing forward. The Keen is not going to get any kills. Ruler now just sprinting at them, actually can do a lot, but no, he's taking too much from Faker, totally ignored the rise, and it's a massive mistake, and T1 turned this fight around. They were already ahead, but now they're just getting the bonus kills on top of bonus kills. Will T1 get everything in the fight?
I mean, this might just be the game-ending fight. Straight up, 5 dead for
lead for T1. The compositions begin to have less meaning as we get to these sorts of numbers. And Keria's on the flank. Looking for Ruler here, no doubt, trying to get into that backline. They have the full wraparound. They're going to try to turn and immediately jump on a Faker who just goes golden. With the help of Keria, goes golden again. And the rest of his team is just cleaning up. The wallets are gigantic. T1 are styling on GenG.
Not even close. Chovy running as fast as his phase rush will take him. I don't think he gets out of this one.
They're just playing with their food at this point.
I mean, Faker had TP and Realm.
They're really trying to bully Ruler. It's very obvious. They're like, okay, we got a target on this guy's back. And now GenG down 13,000 gold. Looking for the angle. Oh man, just dropping Aurora ultimates on top of Chovy's head as the shots ring true. Owner just running at them at this point in time. Gonna remove some blockers. There's the stun, and Ruler's dead. They get him first again. And yeah, T1 really just styling on them at this point, just having a lot of fun. The fans are getting a great kick out of this game. At least on the T1 side, you saw the facial expression.
Have actually been just as someone. Oh no.
Oh dear. Oh no! It's just special delivery for the Trundle. He does flash away, but the paranoia is there instantly, and the shockwave will silence him. That will mean that T1 should be able to get double dragon here very comfortably. No smite's going to be there. T1 just turning back on again once more. Oh, the headbutt taxi! Flash pole to make sure that he gets both bottom laners. Still, the hands keep, never mind. It is cut. No! Shimmers. That is not the TP that Kingen was looking for.
No. Pan away.
Yeah. This is one of those things where don't check the minimap. As On the Hunt comes on through, and Keria is epitomizing that.
That's my
Yeah,
turret!
They're just going to save the turret.
Get away! Oh no. Oh god. Oh, Doran is here. Doran is here. You can't have that. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. Run,
Hey, they
run,
get
run,
back
run.
to their corky. They get back to their corky. That is something. Oh god, Keria, he finds the flash angle you knew he was looking for. Once again, Doran goes over the hostile takeover, and they just die.
That's where the gold was. You had to run away. They could run away.